it's a little loud. This is my third overnight hike on the Appalachian Trail today. I started at Kittatiny Visitor Center, and I'm walking to Smith Gap, Pennsylvania. Sorry, there's a lot of trucks going past, and it's pretty loud. So you can see the river behind me. That's actually the border of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. It's really pretty. See that? I'm walking across to the Pennsylvania side. So started in New Jersey and walked across. Today's gonna be my first overnight hike by myself. And it's not just one night, but it's 2 nights. So today is Friday. I have about 7 miles to go to today. Tomorrow will be about 13 or 14. And then Sunday should be anywhere between 6 or a little bit more, depending on how much I get done Saturday. So I'm gonna end Sunday, and then I'm gonna go back home. So I'm really excited for this. This is gonna really test out all my skills because I have no one with me. I'll talk to you later, bye. The leaves are actually starting to change way up top here. Northern Pennsylvania, literally like 2 miles south of the New Jersey border. The trees are gorgeous. So going up to Mount Mincy, I've been following a dry riverbed, waterbed, creek bed, I don't know what it is. It's the trail, it's marked white. But boy, am I glad it's not raining, or I'd never make it up. I mean, look at that. That's literally what it's been for the last quarter of a mile, just going up between rhododendrons. That's crazy. Well, talk to you later. Alright, well, I'm about 5.5 miles in. First day. Been walking along this nice little gravel and grass road thing. It leads up to a cellular tower. Looks like it just turned off of it. But yeah. I already passed Mount Mincy. Honestly don't know. 3-4 miles maybe to the shelter where I'm gonna spend the night. I will probably do one more video when I get there. Good morning, it's Mama Llama. It's day 2. I definitely forgot to do a video last night when I got to the shelter. But I got to the shelter and I ate some lasagna and candy. Took some Tylenol and ibuprofen, a Benadryl, the rest of my meds, and went to sleep. I did get to talk to my husband and kids for a few minutes to say goodnight. I have pretty good service here. There's like a cell tower 200 yards away, so that's pretty cool. I'm just working on getting my stuff packed up this morning. So I've got all the stuff out. I just need to get it back into the pack. Got about 11, 12, 13, I don't know, miles today. It might rain a little bit today, so we'll see what happens. They were calling for severe storms, but as of this morning, that was no longer on the radar, just rain. So that's good. I'm glad for that. So tonight we should be making it to a campground, or a little campsite, I should say. I don't think I'll make it to the next shelter. My hips are a little sore today. Wasn't fun. Sleeping last night, my pad kept losing air and I had to keep reinflating it. And the most annoying thing, I hung my bag and a mouse still chewed a hole in it. Those little boogers. Anyways, when I get home tomorrow evening, I'll sew that together with some thread and it will be as good as new. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Hi, it's Mama Llama. Still pretty foggy out, as you can see. I had first today on any of my section hikes. I saw a bear, a black bear. It was 150 yards, give or take, off the trail. It's just moseying along, and so this is what I did. I said, "Hey bear, get moving." And he looked at me, and he ran the other way. Easy. Alright, well, that was really cool. I don't really want to see another one, but now I can check that off my list. I am on my way to Gateway Hotel, I think that's what it's called, to get water, because that's the only place to fill up today. The seasonal springs are dry. It's like a 10th or 20th of a mile, 10th or 0.2, sorry, of a mile off the trail. I heard it's a little sketchy to walk there, but I need water. I don't have a choice. 1 liter is empty, and I have about half full of my 2nd liter, so I'm gonna have to stop and fill up. I'll eat lunch there. My water right now has liquid IV in it, so I can't even cook with it. So I have to stop and get fresh water anyways, to cook. So updates later. So I have to go up that. It's very steep. This is what I think about it. It's for the birds. I stopped at a campsite for lunch. So this was actually going to be the campsite that I was going to sleep at tonight, but it's currently 2:20 and I'm not going to sit here for 6 hours doing nothing. So I'm going to eat lunch, rest for a little bit, and then I'm going to make the 3-4 mile trek to the shelter. And if I can't make it, I'll stealth camp. It's cool. Whatever. So I'm eating mashed potatoes and tomato soup for lunch, along with some candy, of course. So that's my lunch for today, and I'll talk to you later. So I don't know what I did to my knee, my right knee, but every time I go downhill, it hurts really bad on the outside of the kneecap. But when I'm walking flat or uphill, it doesn't hurt at all, which is really bizarre. I actually have it taped anyways, for runner's knee from yesterday, and the tape stayed on. So when I get to the shelter here, I have some Coban tape in my first aid kit. I'm gonna wrap it, support it a little bit better, and then rest for the night, and hopefully the wrap for tomorrow will help for tomorrow. So I'll bring you updates, but I only have about 1.1 miles until the shelter, so I'm gonna hobble and make my way there. Well, I made it to the shelter, and I got all my stuff set up, and I had to walk a half a mile to the very last spring downhill from Leroy Smith's shelter to find water. And then I had to walk the half mile up, back up to the shelter. So now I am making dinner, and I made a fire. I'm going to sleep in the tent tonight in hopes that I sleep better than in the shelter that I did last night. It is supposed to rain, but that's okay. I'll put the rain fly on. Alright, well, this is probably going to be the last video for tonight. I'll talk to you guys later. Good morning. It's day 3. I slept like crap. My air mattress keeps losing air. Yeah, that wasn't fun, sleeping on the ground. It was very stiff this morning, and it took a little while to get moved in. Some fawns and deer came into the shelter this morning. Not into the shelter, but around the area. About 25 feet from me, and they didn't care. It was really cool to watch them, and you could hear them munching on leaves, acorns, whatever they eat. Have about 4 miles today to reach my car today. It'll be a short day. I have my knee wrapped with Coban, so hopefully that helps the pain a little bit. And it rained last night, so everything's super slippy. So I'm going to take my time today. I keep telling myself to be intentional about where I put my foot, where I walk, how fast or slow that I walk. So today is all about intentionality. I'll talk to you later. Well, this is my last video. I see in the distance cars driving and shininess of cars, which means my car's just right ahead. The 3.5 miles ended up being closer to about 4, which I figured. But that's it for this trip. Peace out.